Welcome everyone to Nikki Loves Books. Nikki here. Today we do have our adult December 2023 Bookish box. So thankfully the last Bookish box from 2023. Hopefully now I won't get confused with what year it is because I swear I have been. So it looks like the general consensus is that you guys would like a bookshelf tour. So that video will be coming out later on this week or next. And I will present my bookshelves, especially since they have been finally reorganized, which I'm very happy to not have stacks of books on my floor. With how many books I have on order though, I'm probably going to run out of bookshelf space really quick, but that is always the book hoarder and reader problem. In other news, Bridgerton fans, did you see the trailer for season 3? I am so excited. I watched the trailer 3 times this weekend just because I was like, oh my god, I'm so stoked for this. Cannot wait for the new season to drop. I will probably restart from season 1 and move my way forward before the next season drops, but I am very, very excited for this season. As always for my videos, please feel free to comment. Let me know your thoughts on the box, on the items. If you disagree with any of my thoughts, that is absolutely acceptable. So let's go ahead and get into our adult December 2023 Bookish box. So it seems like there's some good items from what I can tell from the boxes, but of course we have to look at them individually and see if they're actually really good. But before we get there, newsletter shit. Yes, welcome to Bookish Box. You have the book only, you can do book and goodies like I do, or you can do book, goodies, and shirt if you would like. Then it gets into our young adult bookish box for December because it's one newsletter for both boxes. If you're interested to know what came in our young adult December bookish box, check out that unboxing video on my channel. Then it does get into the items in our adult box, which I will go over as I reveal each item. So we're going to skip that for now. Some of the fun extras that they have in this newsletter is a crossword puzzle, which gives us hints for the next boxes. So that would be the January bookish boxes. Then they highlight some of the items in the shop as well as giving us a Spotify playlist. I will say especially the clothing is really cute on the Bookish Box shop, so definitely check them out. They have candles, they have blankets, they have some crowns. So they have a lot of cool bookish inspired items in the shop, so definitely check that out if you're interested. Then they have highlighted some of their customer support team and let us know what favorite exclusive luxe editions came out in 2023. And lastly, they give us information about their social media. So the theme for our adult December 2023 Bookish box is Proximity's Pool. So the first item we have is the Serpent in the Wings of Night inspired glass tumbler. So here is our glass tumbler, and it is pretty cool. Like you have the moon and then you have the 2 types of wings that they can have. So the feathered wings or the bat wings. So very, very cool. Glass tumbler. The wings of night carry within them both the beauty of darkness and the power of secrets yet to be unveiled. This is, of course, from Carissa Broadbent's The Serpent and the Wings of Night. Take a sip from this enchanting glass tumbler while you discover the hidden truths and untold secrets that lie within the depths of night. Designed by at the Bookish Box. It, of course, has a place for a straw and does come with the straw, so yay. So while I love this, I don't need one. I use a canteen all the time to keep my water cold, and so glass tumblers don't really cut it for me. I don't drink the iced coffee or anything like that. So this is something that most likely I will package back up and keep for a giveaway, but it is really cute. So I'm kind of torn. Like, do I want to keep it? Do I want to not? It is really, really pretty, and I do love the design, but I might not actually use it, which then there's no point. I'd rather this go to someone who wants it and who wants to use it. So I will contemplate keeping this or not, but most likely it will be available for a giveaway at some point in the future. Now, The Serpent in the Wings of Night, I have read. Owl Crate did that book for their December adult or December young adult. I don't remember, but Owl Crate did an edition in December and I absolutely loved it. It was a beautiful edition. I loved the book. Loved the book. I really want to read the sequel because I'm dying to know what happens, but I'm waiting for Owl Crate to come out and say that they're doing the sequel. to match the first book. The reason why I'm waiting too is because I'm just like, this keeps happening where I will eventually cave and buy the next book in a series that either Owlcrate or Bookish Box did, like the first book or the first couple, and then they'll be like, oh, we're finally doing the sequel for the, and I'm like, cool, I already spent money, which is fine, but sometimes I feel like my money's wasted that way. So yeah, so I'm trying to hold out to see if Owlcrate will do the next book because I would really love a matching set. I was hoping to get another one of these soon. So we have a Trope Puffy book sleeve. Okay, and it says forced proximity, arranged marriage, fake relationship, enemies to lovers, stuck together, and it's identical on the back side. So it's the same design. You got some roses and then these books just with the different book tropes. And I think this is super cute. Puffy book sleeve. There's a trope for every reader, and every reader should protect their favorite novel with our puffy book sleeve. This book sleeve is the perfect way to keep your book protected while on the go. Designed by @NoOneDesigns. So I was not originally a book sleeve girly. So when these first started becoming popular, like I was just kind of like, whatever. Like that's just kind of annoying to me. So not a fan of them originally, but I have been recently converted like in the past year or two. And now I'm obsessed with my book sleeves. I do like rotating between them. So I get to use all the ones I have. But yeah, when book sleeves became a thing, I was definitely like, I'm setting these aside for a giveaway. I'm not going to use them, but they're super handy. I don't really go anywhere. I can't with the autoimmune disease that I have. Like going outside and not being able to control the temperature is something that is like not good for my disease. So I really am forced to stay inside and specifically in my house because I can control the temperature. I can't like go to my friend's house and be like, oh, can you change your thermostat to 68? So I don't really go anywhere, but just even around the house, I have cats. Thankfully, it hasn't happened on one of my special editions, but my cats, if they see something that's mine, they a lot of times want to play with it and they want to chew on it. They want to rub against it. And I've had some of my regular books get just completely destroyed, bite marks on it. So the book sleeves are a great way to protect my stuff. And then even from like when I sit down and eat lunch, having the book like lay down on the book sleeve is just a really nice way to make sure that the book's not sitting in condensation, not sitting in crumbs that I didn't notice. So I'm really a fan of the book sleeves now, and I love having a bunch of different ones, so I'm really happy to get another one. And yes, I realize that I could just have one book sleeve and give away all the others, but I like having different ones. And sometimes like my bookmarks, I'll try to match my book sleeve to the book I'm reading. I don't know if anyone else does that, but I like kind of trying to create a theme around my book sleeves and bookmarks along with the book I'm reading. Next, a Court of Silver Flames inspired candle. Okay, and they literally have used like the best scene from this book. Put your hands on the headboard. Put your hands on the headboard. This is, of course, from A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. When Cassian tells you to do something, you listen. Set the mood with this sandalwood and amber scented candle designed by @the Bookish Box. I am just so tickled by this candle, like absolutely love it. And I think we all know how iconic that scene is. The candle is very fragrant. I love sandalwood, not a huge fan of amber. It's got a mix of a scent that I absolutely adore and then a scent that I'm like, I'll pass. So it's a little interesting, but I'm like, I'm still gonna use it. Like the amber's not too much, and Bookish Box candles do tend to be very potent when you smell it, but when it actually burns, it's not like an overstrong, pungent, gross smell. So I will say that I will use this candle and it will probably be just fine. Next up, we have the Bridge Kingdom inspired necklace. Here is that necklace. So it's got a dagger, or maybe it's a sword, but it has a snake wrapped around it. So that is the necklace. Wear the strength and resilience of Princess Arabella with this gorgeous necklace inspired by Danielle L. Jensen's The Bridge Kingdom series, designed by @the Bookish Box. So I really kind of like these type of necklaces where it almost looks like it was stamped out. I think they're really pretty. I have not had the pleasure of reading The Bridge Kingdom yet. I have heard wonderful things. I do have the special edition on order from Bookish Box, so I'm just waiting for that to be delivered. And then it will go on my shelves, and then hopefully I will pull out the title out of my TBR jar and I will get to read it someday. Hopefully soon. There's so many books that I want to read soon. Literally, I wish I could just read a book a day. I think if I didn't have to have a job, like any job, maybe I could do a book a day, but I don't even know. I might be a little bit too busy for that, and I don't want to just like rot. Like, I kind of want to rot, but I don't really want to rot. I don't want like the bad negative effects of rot, but I also just want to stay on a couch or in bed with blankets and my cats and have a cup of coffee and just read all day. Like, that is the dream. All right, and our last bookish item in our box before we get to, of course, the main reason why I get this box, which is the book. We have our pocket book bay. So this is the last book bay from Bookish Box. This was the collection that they did in 2023 for their adult boxes. So just so you know, our pocket book bay this month is Kieran. I don't know what they could be from, so we'll find out. As always, and hopefully this is the last time I have to tell you guys, peel. Gotta take this off or else this doesn't look as great. So here's Kieran introducing the 12th Pocket Book Bay in our 2023 Pocket Book Bay collection. Kieran from the Blood and Ash series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. These collectible pocket book bays are perfect for display or to use as bookmarks. Designed by At the Fern and Amaya. So that is why I did not recognize it. I have not read From Blood and Ash yet. I know it seems like a crime. I do love Jennifer L. Armentrout. Fantastic author. For those of you who are like, oh, it's not that well written. Yes, she's no Jane Austen. Like, I'm not saying that. But what she writes, very much like Sarah J. Maas, is very entertaining to me and just draws me in. And that's all I care. When I read books, I want to be entertained. So yes, I really want to read From Blood and Ash. Unfortunately, I missed out on the special edition that I believe Bookish Box did. I'm really sad about that. But I do have the special edition of the prequel. Like, there's another series that comes before that. And I will be reading that before I get into Blood and Ash. And as always, I don't display these. I just don't have the room on my bookshelves, as you guys will see soon enough. So I use them as bookmarks, which I think is just better for me personally, because I'm like, if you display them, you don't really get a clear look at what they look like because there's no backing, which I feel like is needed to kind of get a clear picture of this beautiful artwork. So that is it for all our physical items before we get to the book. My favorites are definitely the book sleeve. I was so excited to get another one of those. I kind of felt like it's been a minute since I've gotten a book sleeve. So book sleeve is by far my favorite item. I just think it's so useful. I like the design. Like, I really liked the roses and all the book tropes on it. This is closely followed up by the necklace and the candle. Candle, always love those. Yes, it might not be my favorite scent, but it's also not the worst. Like, it's still a usable candle to me. And then the necklace I thought was just simple, pretty, and it will probably be more favored to me after I read The Bridge Kingdom. But I'm like, I already love the necklace. So those are my thoughts, but I always love to hear your guys' thoughts. So let me know what you thought of the items. If there's anything in here that you were like, ah, that was utter trash, I don't want it. Or if there was items that you were just like, damn, I hope I get that box, or I hope that item goes on sale on the Bookish Box shop and I get a chance for it. Let me know. And for our grand event, we of course have our book, so let's get into it. So our book this month is The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. Human or vampire, the rules of survival are the same. Never trust, never yield, and always, always guard your heart. The adopted human daughter of the Nightborn vampire king, Araya, carved her place in a world designed to kill her. Her only chance to become something more than prey is entering the Kajari, a legendary tournament held by the goddess of death herself. But winning won't be easy amongst the most vicious warriors from all three vampire houses. To survive, Araya is forced to make an alliance with a mysterious rival. Everything about Ryan is dangerous. He is a ruthless vampire, an efficient killer, an enemy to her father's crown, and her greatest competition. Yet what terrifies Araya most of all is that she finds herself oddly drawn to him, but there's no room for compassion in the Kajari. War for the House of Night brews, shattering everything that Araya thought she knew about her home. And Ryan may understand her more than anyone, but their blossoming attraction could be her downfall in a kingdom where nothing is more deadly than love. Ah, I absolutely love this novel. Let's go ahead and take a look at our special edition from Bookish Box. So we of course have an exclusive cover, which is very beautiful with that red and black theme. We have matching stenciled edges, reversible dust jacket art, hardcover case artwork, which is identical to the main cover. It is of course signed by the author and then has beautiful illustrated end papers. Such a beautiful edition. It's going to be really hard for me if both Bookish Box and Owl Crate end up doing the sequel for this book. I think both of them did a beautiful job for the special edition of this book. So if both Owl Crate and Bookish Box do the sequel, it's going to be really hard for me to choose which one to get. That being said, most likely, as long as Owl Crate does do the sequel for this book, I might be giving this bad boy away, which would be really sad. It is a beautiful edition, but I really don't have the room to have more than one edition of a book. So this one I am going to have packed away until either Owl Crate comes forward and says that they're doing the sequel. But if Bookish Box comes out and says they're doing the sequel and Owl Crate doesn't say anything, then I might actually be keeping this so I have a matching set. So we shall see. I just read this book just a few months ago because Owl Crate also had it come out in December, so I will not be rereading this book at this time. I am currently reading Sky of Fire, and that was the book from my Patient Wick box in March. And I'm not all the way done with it, but it is fantastic. Like, this book is probably going to be a 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 5 stars for me. Like, it is a great, great book. So very happy with that. After I'm done with Sky of Fire, I will be reading our young adult December 2023 Bookish Box book, which is Bookshops and Bone Dust. So I'll be reading that next, and then we'll see if we get any other book boxes by the time I'm done with those two books. So that's it, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure to like this video if you want to see me do more unboxings. Please comment and let me know your thoughts below, and make sure you're subscribed to join me for all the bookish fun. I cannot wait to do the bookshelf tour with all of you, and then I'll be getting out that recap that I'm working on for Crescent City Book 2, and then we can finally move on to some book reviews. Just know that unboxing videos will be coming out in the meantime. Thanks again, and catch you next time.